Inside a Trader's Mind. I am your host, Kyle Darty, and I am here with my co-host, Sammy Tovar.
Going.
We are back from the little vacation break.
Yeah, Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year, man. I consumed a metric ton of tequila on this break. I think I'm taking a very long break from drinking.
There you go. Dry January, huh?
Dry January. Yeah. I mean, I got to do it for the old liver, you know?
There you go. There you go.
Well, so today we are going to talk about something I think is pretty important that I feel like not a lot of people touch on, especially when you start to learn, is money management. Oof. So money management 101, how to properly manage your money and how to properly increase the lot sizes just enough so you're not over leveraging or you're not, blowing all your profits that you made like for the week in one single day when you have a loss or something like that. So
I think let me just interject really quick about money. And I think this is something, it pisses me off because there's so many people out there selling this sham dream of the, 90-day $1 million and having a Ferrari and a fucking mansion. And
dude, it got me the 90-day $1 million
right.
thing.
And it's just, it was when I met you, I was like, dude, your math is just wrong. Like the math you gave me for your growth plan
completely wrong. Yeah.
Didn't fucking exist. Right. And it's like so many people, like they follow that, I'm going to go down and make this money down this path because of that dream. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And money, I mean, we can talk about the other stuff when it comes to money, but the bottom line is everyone needs money. We all need money because we all have to have a roof over our head, food in our belly. It all boils down to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Shelter, relationships, basic biorhythm needs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we get emotional over money. We want the best for ourselves. Obviously, I do too. Everybody does.
Of course, yeah.
And when somebody puts this shiny object in front of you, you're like, boom, on it. And, the problem is it's about managing your money, right? And getting an ROI, like a return on your investment.
Absolutely.
For your money, But I just wanted to go down that path a little bit because money is why we're all here. We're all here, and it's funny, like we talk to, people all the time. You take strategy sessions, I take strategy sessions. Everyone wants to make like this certain amount of money and quit their job, right?
You're right.
And the reality of it is that your emotional blueprint most of the time isn't ready to be an entrepreneur because trading is, you have to be so disciplined to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And have a realistic expectation of what you can accomplish as a solo artist, right? As a solopreneur. And that, like, all of our previous episodes, we touch on that loneliness, we're going to talk another one about, getting into like rhythms and rituals and stuff like that. But holding yourself accountable with money, this isn't, you don't get a 401k. You don't.
No, you don't. There's no retirement plan with this one.
No retirement plan
unless you make one. So, yeah.
But yeah, so sorry, I went down that path. I digress.
No, man, that's great. That's awesome. But it's good to touch on that because actually,
everybody out there right now, think about that concept.
Yes,
and how important money is to you, and that those $1 million little hook you in ads and shit you click on all over the internet. It's just bottom line is it's just not realistic. It's the fastest path to crash the plane into the mountain.
Man, absolutely. Actually, that was my biggest obstacle, I think, was managing money. Because I've noticed a few things, especially being in these companies that fed me the signal services. Like you have traders like us, like in a little basement or something, like putting up the signals, like $1 long. Boiler room. But what I've noticed is that new traders, right? How are you managing the money? Well, I noticed that they start with the smallest lot size, 0.01, right? And then they go from like 0.01 to 0.1. And then just because they get a few wins and they get cocky, and then they take that one trade, then they make mistake that like it's a mistake or it's wrong, right? It's just completely wrong. The direction just like when it's supposed to go long, it's going short. Like news, whatever gets in the way, they lose everything, blow the entire account in one single trade. I've seen that happen. It's happened to me. I've done it. I've been there. as like, so how are you managing your money? That's like one of the hardest things, and one of the things you have to learn. It's, I think, through trial and error and through experience. Um, don't uh, don't don't start with a live account. Okay, that's first and foremost. Build a
Yeah.
demo account up, like make 500, 600, 1,000 pips on the demo account and
Yeah.
steadily increase the lot size so you can get your mindset ready. And when you're actually executing that trade, because the difference between executing a trade on a demo account and a live account are two completely different things.
Totally.
Doesn't matter if you have $50 or $500,000 in there.
Yeah.
The mindset is totally different when you're executing a live trade with your real money.
Yeah. It's almost like a video game when you're, you know what I mean? Like when you're
It
demoing.
is. I think this is like the ultimate form of gaming when I
It
really think
is.
about it, you know? Like,
It is. And it's also the ultimate form, unfortunately, if you don't know what you're doing, it's the ultimate form of gambling. And
yes.
when you're demo trading, and this is why people get stuck in demo mode and they just force themselves to go live before they're ready.
Hmm.
Number one, they don't have a plan or a goal to actually stick to hook in, right?
Hmm.
Building that demo up, because it's not about maybe necessarily building the money in the demo account. It's building your percent accuracy in the demo, right?
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's
That's it,
exactly what it is. It's building your
right?
accuracy in the
Be-
demo account.
because you'll hear, and I hear this all the time, and you'll never hear me say it because I hate it actually, is I hear so many, oh, I'm only going to risk 2% of my account and da da
Oh
da
my
da
God.
da.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck, dude. You risk 2% of your account so you can take 50 losing trades is what you're planning, right?
Yeah, right.
Why not learn how to trade with a real high percent accuracy? So you're like, hey, 8 out of my 10 trades are good, and my trading plan makes it so my loss won't wipe out all my wins, you know?
You know,
And it's like,
it's that is 100% true. Like, so I was actually talking to, so I get recruited by all of these like network marketing companies all the time because they see that I'm a trader and it's like in my
yeah,
profiles and stuff. So they message me and they're like, "Oh, hey, have you seen this new network marketing company?" I'm not going to mention any names of the companies, but every time like I go over and I actually try to talk to them about trading because I'm hoping that they might know a little bit. They don't really know much. They just start to talk about like the signal service and everything like that,
yeah,
and but they're also the ones that are taking like, so sometimes the signal service will offer like 10 or 15 trades. They'll take them all.
yeah,
Okay, now I feel like we always come back to talking about having a trading plan because having a trading
100%.
plan is like the most important thing. Like, you got to have one of those. But they take all these trades and they don't have a strategy that it just aligns with, so they like, and more than half of them lose or hit the stop loss, or
Yeah,
they're still in the trade and it's still negative, or like, and it's just sitting there. You're just eating up the equity that you could use for trades that could be accurate.
100%.
So
100%. You talked a little bit about like growing fast, right? And I remember
yeah,
when I spent 2 years and I actually never all the way demolished an account, right? I've always
good
tapered
for
my
you,
growth.
man.
I've lost a lot of equity. Like,
Yeah,
as I
yeah.
grew, I would do silly stuff and tank my account, but I never actually wiped an account all the way out. So, but this is really funny. I remember when I started, because I was trading stocks before I started trading Forex, and I
Oh
was used
yeah,
to
that's right. You
swinging like,
told me that. Yeah,
yeah, 100 grand, 40, 50 grand into different stocks.
yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'll just open an account. When I opened my first demo, it had 50K in it. And I thought, well, that's what you need. And I was trading like just bullets, like just going crazy with that money. And it was funny. I was trading just one standard, right? I was trading a full lot.
Hmm.
And I remember like just being like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like if your heart is beating when you take a trade, or you're getting tunnel vision, or your sweaty palms are shaking, you should not be trading that much money, right? Because all your stress hormones are kicked in, your adrenaline's kicked in, like, all these
Yep.
parasympathetic responses are going to screw you up. But if you go down and you trade these smaller lot sizes, like you mentioned, micros and minis, you're at a buck a pip or 10 cents a
Hmm.
pip until you get used to it and organically grow your equity.
Hmm.
That's that thing where we come in as coaches and we help people not hit those upper limits. It's all about how you handle that money, right?
Absolutely.
And if
Yeah.
you're behaving in a way that you're triggering your upper limits and your balance is, your risk and patience is all out of alignment, you're just going to lose. And you're just going to lose fast. And you're going to repeatedly lose. But if you get that little, I'm okay, I'm at 10 cents. Now I'm not, my heart's not beating. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're going to grow it, but it's going to take, some time. If you can grow in 3 to 6 months up to, point ones and half a lot, now it's the money starts getting bigger. And that's that patience part. People want that. I want to quit my job in 3 months.
That's exactly what it is. That
It's not real.
yeah, a lot of people think they either think two things about forex. I've noticed they either think it's gambling, which
Yeah.
anything is really gambling if you don't have a strategy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can go in the casino and you could not know anything about it, but if you're a professional poker player, you got some type of strategy to
Totally.
win. Your odds dramatically improve.
Right.
So same thing with this. We have a strategy, but a lot of people either think it's a scam. Not a yeah. Actually, a lot of people say forex is a scam. I've heard that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this is like a
Money is not
financial
a
market.
scam.
Money's not a scam. It exists.
Right.
It's real. Like we use it. Like you buy.
Yeah.
Did you buy your car with? What'd you buy your car with? You trade some
Right.
cows for that? No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I did have a point to that, but um, I lost it. But that's okay. But realistically, we were talking about building a lot sizes. This
Yeah.
is important. So I've noticed that the first time I took a big trade with a lot size that was like bigger than one lot or even one lot, it went negative for like I don't know 2 or 3 minutes on the 15-minute chart, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
having literally a heart attack. But if you're having a heart attack, if you're like super anxiety, like if you have anxiety, you're not ready to trade that lot
You're
size
not
at
ready.
all. You're not ready to be there. You're right. What you touched on earlier, you need to gradually build your confidence and your mindset up to be able to handle that.
Yeah.
Like you can't just jump right into that. Forex is not a get rich quick scheme.
That's it.
It's something you have to work at and you have to build and you have to master all the method and mindset behind it.
You mic drop it right there, dude. It's not
Boom.
a get rich quick scheme. No, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I know because when we have strategy sessions, so many people they want to hear this. Like they want to hear a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah, they're like, how can I make
Yeah.
$10,000 tomorrow? Well,
Right. And it's
sorry,
like,
dude, you can't. Like this, you're just not going to be able to do it.
ciao. I can't help you with that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real with people,
Mhm.
Now I can get you there in like 6 months, maybe, or
I mean, even if you
4
really
months,
think about
but
it, I feel like 6 months to be able to make like 10 grand even a day or a week.
yeah,
If you get to that point in 6 months, that's incredible.
right.
You know what I
And
mean?
that you said it. You have to have a plan, though. You have
A
to stick
plan.
to a plan. The
Yes.
reason why you want to stick to a plan and why it's so important is because if you don't stick to a plan, you're never going to know what's wrong and what needs to be fixed, right?
Absolutely.
If you follow a checklist, that's your plan, right? So we
Yep.
use our checklist. It's got fundamentals, it's got technicals, and it's got trade management all rolled into one checklist. So
Oh yeah.
if you don't follow one of those things, it's easy as a coach to see what's going wrong and say, well, you missed that. How come you missed that? Well, I don't understand it. Okay, well, let's fix that.
Absolutely, man.
It's pretty simple. It's a system.
It is. And I like how we always come back to that because I hope our listeners here actually take something from like having a plan and how important that is. When they listen
Yeah.
to these things, man, because I mean, that changed the way I traded from like just taking trades like randomly and not really know what I was doing to learning how to when and where to take the
Yeah.
trades.
What was
So,
broke, right?
what was
And learning
broke?
what was
Yes.
broke. Why didn't this work? You know what I mean? And it's like there's so many of those silly sayings, plan your trade your plan, right?
Mhm.
Fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And those are like really true, super true when it comes to Forex.
Oh yeah.
And it gets right into like this whole thing with money, man. Money requires discipline, and discipline is the antithesis of freedom. So
Couldn't have
when
said it
we're
better myself.
people advertise all this freedom, I have a Ferrari and I'm going to travel, and you have to earn that. It takes discipline to do that.
Hmm.
Bro, like you're, down in Ensenada trading, like, for a month. Yeah, you had to still do your jam every
Dude,
day. You
yeah,
still had your
exactly.
checklist. You didn't just go down there and willy-nilly it. You planned it,
Dude, right? I mean, I noticed the second I stop following my plan, or the second I like just start ignoring things, I start to lose. I start to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But like so.
And you can catch it now. See, that's freedom, right? Is that
Yes,
you see when you're messing up and you're like, wait, I'm missing something. And I got it. And you go
hmm,
back and you get it, right?
exactly.
Yeah, totally. And then, you talked about a little bit about money management earlier and about, accounts. And that's one of the advantages in Forex is we get to use margin, right?
Yes.
Your leverage at 50 to 1 in America, but I know, some of you guys know your way around that stuff.
Hmm.
And we got guys that are doing 300 to 1 leverage, but
Yeah,
they've
even
just,
I know guys. I was actually even using a 500 to 1 leverage at
yeah,
one point.
UK accounts are all five,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do 500 to
exactly.
1.
I mean, they're a little harder to like, manage and get your money out. So I recommend
Right,
a safe American brokerage account
right.
realistically. But whatever you like, guys.
Right,
So,
right. I mean, just like the options that are out there for
yeah.
accounts is like just be careful, right? Is
Yeah,
that
exactly.
don't do
You
that?
know what? That's actually, before we wrap it up, I'll say this too. Read your broker contract
Yeah,
before you open the account because there's some stuff in there they'll put in and they kind of like try to sneak it by you before you agree to it. So give it a good read for your own, for yourself because
peace of mind.
peace of mind. Yes.
No, they're against you too, man.
Yes.
Most of the trades, they're on the backside of most of your trades.
Oh,
Like
absolutely. Yeah.
automatically, the liquidity pool for the brokerages are going to take the backsides of most retail trader trades.
Hmm. Yeah,
A
that's true.
lot of brokers have dealing desks. So they have a whole room full of people that know the order flow coming in from the
Hmm.
retail side and will trade against them.
Dude, I feel like we're
So
gonna do a whole episode on the
yeah,
brokers one day. I think we need
cool.
to. Yeah, that'll be cool.
We're probably over on the limit on this
Oh
one
yeah,
already,
totally.
huh?
But that's okay. So to wrap it up, guys, don't
Yeah,
be afraid to grow your account slowly. It's not a
yeah.
race; it's a marathon.
It is a
Okay.
marathon.
Learn your strategy, learn your plan, and grow it slow. Don't just go from point oh 0.01 lot sizes to one lot because once you make that one critical mistake, and you will make a mistake, you could lose the entire account with one lot. So gradually grow it slow, gradually increase the lot size. Don't go from, small to large immediately.
Get your percent accuracy and your consistency up,
Yes,
and
exactly.
it will override most of the common techniques for money management that are out there.
Hmm.
If you trade high percent accurate consistently, and you have to trade a plan to get that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, if you could like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Traveling Trader Pro, to see our handsome faces every day. If you are listening on Spotify, follow us so you don't miss an episode. And you can follow me on Instagram at That's Mr. Doherty to you. You can also book a free strategy session with me at travelingtraderpro.com or transformmytrading.com. We'll see you next time.
All right, cheers.